54th I.S.U.P.K. Passover, Raleigh Convention Center. It's called April 1st. Join us when I start.
Big shine, big glow. I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got a million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we bout to demo the building. Fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts, very large caliber on very small gaps. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak would have been shot you. The best rhymer, since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I'm a big chopper. In fall, with not in
Cause he stood up with the Most High, and he's standing up with the Most High. He parted the Red Sea, and the entire nation of Israel walked out of slavery.
One West bedded, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start.
This is the Raleigh Convention Center.
It's a big lobby too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Convention Center, taking it to the next level, worldwide.
Yes, sir.
So these are the two escalators.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep. There's two here. So
up.
we'll be in A and B. Right? Right. So A and B. So we'll have from here to the back there. So the
Coming up.
restroom.
So A and B.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So from here, I believe.
They said that corner, that corner, that.
Huh?
From there, we're all the way down.
Hey, let me tell y'all something, brothers and sisters. Okay, I want you to understand. I want you to understand something, and why this is so important. Because when Satan tried to overthrow the truth, it was but a handful, and I mean a small handful of brothers that came together. Big shout out to General Muhammad, General Maya, General Haas, General Shalmar, General Kathum Gabon, and General Q, and all the captains and soldiers that came through, and all the beautiful sisters. It was just a handful of brothers. And Satan thought to overthrow this truth, which is why we've been coming together for 54 years to promote this truth, and why you got to be here, why I want you here. I'm just telling you straight up. You know what I'm saying? This ain't even a promotion. This is why I want you here. Take a look at this. Give me a panoramic of this right quick. All the way around. And once again, this is a mark of what this truth has done for us and what the Lord have done for us. This wasn't done by man. This was the Most High doing this, because he handed us this truth and we held on to it. And it's a beautiful thing, and I can't wait to see y'all April 1st. It's going to be amazing. Oh, man. This is just what we need. And I see why they said that we needed that level of sound. Because to reach this room, to fill this room, you need some serious sound. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, right here. Let me see if there. Anybody in here? Good.
Appreciate it.
Yep. So this would be the male dressing room.
Male dressing room. All right. Oh, it's nice size too. Okay. Yeah. All right, fam. This is a perfect male dressing room. You got bathrooms over here, showers. Turn around. You can take a look at that. I'll get in here and get set up. So do exactly what you need to do. You know what I mean? And once again, it's deserving of the brothers who have been so strong to hold us down for you to be just as strong and join them April 1st. It's an amazing thing.
That's it. All right.
Oh yeah, right there.
Look at this wonderful, wonderful kitchen. So big shout out to Shapana Pod. Your work is in good hands. Can we do a circle right quick? See how wonderful the work is the center plate. Handle their business. Thanks for allowing us to put you on tape. Showing what a great kitchen and a great operation this is. So I look forward to seeing everybody come on in, man. It's going to be amazing. April 1st. Raleigh, North Carolina, y'all. We at the backdrop of the convention center. We right across the street, doing it straight up in the Hanover room. Take a look at this room. Now they're gonna work this whole thing out for us. Jerome Muhammad's class will be rocking on a level. And I mean, I'm standing in this room and the temperature control system in this room is absolutely off the hook. So it's gonna be comfortable, beautiful, fully decorated, ready to go. This is it, fam. We worked hard for this. We worked hard to get here. So let's get it on. Big shout out to General Muhammad. Big shout out to the class he puts on, smoking as usual. And, you know, it's going to be beautiful to get up in here, man, and do our thing. Also, Feast of Unleavened as well. We'll be getting together and bringing this brotherhood and sisterhood together. We got to fight to bring the 12 tribes together. You ain't going to bring the 12 tribes together without a battle. You got to go to war to bring them together. Christ said, bring them two sticks together and tie them together. Everybody make it out, man. We doing it up April 1st, man, the whole week. Whew, it's going to be beautiful. All right, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Like anything, if you want to accomplish anything, especially in the truth of the Most High, you warring against all the spirits that would like to see you destroyed and like to see it fail. But through the grace and mercy of the Most High, great men have stood the test of time to create great things for the Most High. And this is no different. This is no different. This is a war and a battle to bring this truth where it should be. And boy, the men and women in this truth are continuing to do an amazing job. So, see y'all out there. War up, April 1st. Get it on.
One West red, one West petty, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West.
All right, Shalom, brother in Christ. You know what I mean? This is a class, you know what I mean? How about you This is the Thursday night scripture breakdown class. Get your questions ready. You know, I'm big to everyone in the chat. You know, I'm big to everyone coming to Passover. You know, everyone booked and ready and garment ready and the whole nine. You know what I mean? Shalom to Tupac, Kayan, Awaban, Nakapaya, Yi, Shaira. You know what I mean? Any questions in the class? Any question online? Any questions? Shalom in Christ.
In Christ, yeah.
Any questions?
No answer.
I don't know if pressing questions at the moment. I've seen I write a question in the chat.
All right, could read the brother's question, Baba Kushar.
Okay. It says, it's like you say, if it's possible, can you break down Christ being Adam and Solomon?
Break down Adam being Solomon. Break down, sorry.
He said break down Christ being Adam and Solomon.
Okay. If you get 1 second. If you get 1 Corinthians 15 and 45. 1 Corinthians 15 and 45. So what you need to understand is in the Bible, regeneration or reincarnation is real. Everything that is here has been here before, not just men, but even the hurricanes, The same hurricane. Every year there's a hurricane in Jamaica, and it makes the same route. It passes through Florida. You know, it makes its way through the Caribbean, then it goes again. And next year, same thing again. It's called the tropical season. The rain, it rains, it's sunny. Then it rains again, it's sunny. It rains again. You know what I mean? Plants die. They drop seeds, and them seeds make plants again. Everything just regenerates, and even man as well. Spirits just come back again, then they go and come back again. You start as a baby, you grow old, you die, come again. And the same thing with Yahawashi, or who the world knows as Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ been here before, and there's a few documented times when Christ came here before, and that's in the Bible. You know, one of them was Adam, one of them was Melchizedek. That was an appearance of Christ. Sorry, not a regeneration, but an appearance of Yahawashi. One was Yahawashi himself. One was Solomon. That's what we know, what's documented. Could have come here more, who knows? But the documented ones were those. Go on up.
So, okay, I think there's a documentation of him as Isaac.
As Isaac as well, yeah. In Matthew 101, even as Isaac as well. They're the only one documented, sorry. It could be, who knows? Could have come here more times, but I don't teach things that's not documented in the Bible. If you could read that for me, you got that, yeah? First Corinthians,
It's 15:45.
15:45.
15:45. Got it if you want it. You got it, brother.
Psalm 44.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 44. It is shown a natural body. It is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body, and there is a spiritual body.
Keep going, Slack, yeah.
Another one can't. And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul.
And the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. Adam was given the law. The first Adam was given the law. That's what it means by Adam was made a living soul. Adam was already alive. What made him really alive was that he was given the laws, statutes, and commandments. The first Adam was made a living soul. The first Adam was given the law. Are we done?
Another one can't. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit.
But the last Adam gives us the law. The first Adam was given the law, but the last Adam was given the law. That's the Bible saying that what? There was a first Adam, and Yahawashi was the last Adam. Yahawashi is Adam back in a different flesh. You know what I mean? A quickening spirit. Quickening means to make alive. That's what it means. So the first Adam was made alive. The second Adam makes people alive. He gives people the law. You know what I mean? Stuff go on.
So is soul your conscience? Having a soul, is that having a conscience?
No, your soul is you as a person. That's just it. Soul. When you read it, when you think of, the brother's question was, is your soul your conscience? Your soul is just you as a person. In most contexts in the Bible, now our soul is what, a puff of smoke or your spirit or something. A soul in the Bible is just you as a person. That's what it is. Let's prove it. To get back to the question, but let's prove it 1 second. If you could Vidar, get me Ezekiel 18 and 20. Someone else get me Exodus 1 and 5.
Come on.
Ezekiel 18 and 20. The soul that sinneth, it shall die.
Read that again.
The soul that sinneth, it shall die.
And that's all a soul is. A soul is a person. A spirit can't sin. A puff of smoke can't sin. He said the soul that sinneth shall die. I mean the person that sinneth shall die. And that's what a soul is. A soul is just you as a person. You know when people say, yo, you better not tell a soul, or don't tell a soul anything, a soul is just you as a person, according to the Bible. You know, in modern terms, a soul is a puff of smoke, it's a spirit. But according to the Bible, a soul is just you. The Bible goes, the soul that sinneth shall die. The person that sinneth, the person that, you know, takes crack, murders, you know, sells drugs, whatever the case may be, that soul will die. That person will die. Someone give me Exodus 1 and 5, Babu Kashar.
Come on. Book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 5. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls.
Here you go. We went into Egypt, 70 souls. So all the people that came, all the souls that came out of Jacob, meaning all the people that are related to Jacob, was 70 souls, was 70 people that came into Egypt. in the time of Egypt. It wasn't 70 doppies. It wasn't 70 spirits. It was 70 people that went to Egypt and came out a nation. Give me Leviticus 5:1 as well, Baba Kashar. Let me get back to the brother's question.
Leviticus 5:1.
God.
And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing.
There you go. If a soul, so a soul can sin, and a soul can hear. It can hear the voice of swearing. You can hear the voice of people, making oaths and not keeping them. This ain't talking about a puff of smoke. This ain't talking about a duppy. It's talking about a person. And about a person. Moses is laying the law down and letting you know what to do. If a person hears swearing, we done.
Khan, and is a witness whether he have seen or known of it.
And a soul can hear sin, know of sin as well. This don't sound like a puff of smoke. This don't sound like no duppy or no poltergeist. It's talking about a person. Keep it in.
Khan. If he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
And if a soul hears someone sinning and it doesn't utter it, it doesn't tell people, then he's a sinner also. You see a man, do something he shouldn't be doing, and you just, don't say nothing about it, and you're just as bad also. And it's saying a soul needs to utter it. A soul can't utter anything, man. A puff of smoke can't utter anything. It's talking about a person. That's what a soul is. So when Christ said, I can damage your body and soul in hell, it means you. Christ can put your whatever what you stand for, your body in hell. That's what it's referring to. Someone could give me. So let's go to Christ being Solomon. Someone give me Matthew 1:1. You might actually use a knife, Yeah. No, you didn't. You had to pierce it and then deadlift it up. You literally got it in circles. You're wasting your time. Yeah. See there, nothing happened. Push it and push it to the cork.
I'll do it. I thought you could do it.
You just push it into the cork. Yeah. Man, just twisting the corkscrew slowly. You gotta make it. You gotta pierce the cork. Not hard stab. Just push it. Push it. No. Don't stab like that, man. You're gonna. Yeah. Now put the sides up. So like, who got that?
I got it, sir. Book of Matthew, chapter 1:1. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ.
And this talking about Jesus Christ, the generation of Jesus Christ. So let you know who Christ is. We done?
The son of David.
Who's the son of David? Solomon is. He said this is talking about Jesus Christ, who was the son of David, who was Solomon. We done?
The son of Abraham.
Also the son of Abraham, who's Isaac. Do you notice it didn't say, there's many people in Christ's lineage. Why did it mention these two only? Because the disciples knew something about reincarnation, man. So the son of David, which is Solomon, and the son of Abraham, which is Isaac. Now let's prove it right now. So King David, King David was talking in the spirit one day, and this is what King David said about his own son. Let me get that one. Wait there. Oh man, let me see if I can find it. Oh man, 1 second. Give me Psalms 1. No. Oh, I think Luke 20 and 42. 1 second.
I believe it is Luke.
Is it Luke? Where was it?
20 and 41.
Was it 20 what?
Luke 20 and verse 41. And down to.
Try Luke 20 and 41.
Okay. Book of Luke, chapter 20, verse 41. And he said unto them, how say they that Christ is David's son? And David himself saith in the book of Psalms, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou on my right hand.
I'm gonna give you some context. So in the book of Psalms, David had the Psalms, and David said that his son, which is King Solomon, would take over after him, and David will like Solomon will how do we break it down? So I don't give it away without saying it first. So what happened was King David had the Psalms, and in the Psalms, King David said, "My Lord said, sit upon my right hand to make thy enemies a footstool." And King David was talking, referring to Solomon. So in Luke now, they're quoting the same scripture that David brought out. Read it again.
And David himself saith in the book of Psalms, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou on my right hand till I make thine enemies thy footstool.
Which King Solomon did. King Solomon was under King Solomon, there was 40 years of peace. King David couldn't build a temple. Why? He had too much Israelite blood on his hands. But King Solomon made all the enemies his footstool, had no war. Keep it in.
David therefore calleth him Lord.
There you go. So David said, my Lord will make my enemies my footstool. If King Solomon is his son, then why is David calling him Lord? Because David knew something in the spirit that this baby that is under him is actually over him in spirit. But I'm trying to get the precept. Let me try to get the precepts. Like,
is it Psalms 110?
There's loads of lords in the Bible. Lords just means sir. So just like today, you could say sir for a man in slavery, who's over in rank, man in the school, just a man of a certain authority. So when it says Lord in the Bible, sometimes referring to Christ, sometimes referring to God. Just like there's many kings, sometimes talking about a king in the flesh, an Assyrian king, King David, or God the king. Lord could be, sir, a man that got lots of money who's rich, could be sir, which is Yahushai. It could be sirs in the Most High, or even the disciples. That's all Lord means. Like Christians taking the word Lord and make it mean God when that's not true. Even in English, this Bible is written in Old English, and in 1600s, people of authority was called Lord. You got the landlord, you know what I mean? The landlord, the House of Lords, the House of Commons, the Lords of Commons. So the Lord is a man on top, and the Commons is a commoner, the man who ate on top. It's just language. But Christianity takes certain words and put Christian connotations on them and make us think that this means this. You don't mean that. A lord's a man of authority, a man who you got rank. Policeman will be a lord. Your landlord, you pay him rent. He's over you, and that's what the case may be. If you got the one with Alban Baba Kushar, we get back to it. I can't find it right now. The scripture. If you quote the scripture, it says the scripture goes, "How be he calleth him Lord." Someone can quote that. That's the one. Where the disciples saying, "But how can he call his son Lord?" I'll break it down for time's sake. You got it?
I believe that is that in
the exact words of how.
Yes.
The quotation is, "How be he didn't call him Lord." Quoting your phone, it'll pop up. Just quoting your phone, pop up. Yeah. I like what Ira said. True. Yeah, Lord. A woman's man is her Lord. It's her other one's man over her. That's what Lord means. But any other questions?
I'm just trying to find that scripture for you.
You ain't got it. Quote it for me. How be what? It's Matthew. I think it's Matthew 22:45.
What did you say, Adam? Matthew what?
22:45. Okay, if you could read that for you, Baba Kushar.
Come sir. Matthew 22:25. Now there were with us 7 brethren, and the first, when he had married a wife, deceased.
So give me all right, give me 41. Verse 41.
Verse 41. Was that 25:41 or 23:41?
22:41, Baba Kushar.
22:41, no sir. Matthew 22:41. While the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus answered them, saying, "What think ye of Christ? Whose son is he?
So the scribes and Pharisees were there, you know, these big religious leaders, you know, thinking they're all that, thinking they're on top. Yahushua goes, yo, what do you think about me, man? No, goes, what do you think about the Son of Christ? You know what I mean? So, okay, so what do you think about Christ? Who do you think he is? This man written up in the Bible that everyone's looking for. Like, you know, who do you think he is, man? Like, you know, what's your, you know, opinion about this Messiah, this chosen one? That's what Christ means, anointed one. What do you think about this anointed one that's written up in the Bible? Who do you think he is? Keep it in.
They say unto him, the son of David.
And they said to him, well, Christ is the son of David, in it. We know that according to the scriptures, man. We know that, yeah, we know the anointed one is going to come from the loins of David, man. One of the, you know, the what's the word? What's the opposite of forefathers? What's the opposite? One of the I got writer's block today. You gotta help me out, brother. Descendants. One of the descendants of David, in it. Keep him.
Khan. He saith unto them, how then doth David in spirit call him Lord, saying, Lord.
So he's saying, how then David is in the spirit, not physically, in the spirit, how come David called his own son Lord? If the father is over the son, David called his own son Lord. Why? Because his son was Yahushua, man. And in the spirit, David called the one that the son called him, other one called him sir. Because in the spirit, David knew that what? His son was Yahushua, man. That's reincarnation. The son you have could have been your father in the past, man. The son you have today could be your uncle, man. You know, he's younger than you now. He's older than you one day. You know what I mean? You're younger than your dad now. You're going to be older than him one day. That's a circle of life, man. Created
him. Saying, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou on my right hand, till I make thine enemies thy footstool.
And that's what David did. David said to Solomon, sit down while I make the enemies the footstool. David went out there, went to work, made all the enemies of God, all the kingdoms, all the nations, made him a footstool. So when Solomon came into place, when Solomon came into rulership, Solomon had 40 years of peace. David was talking about Solomon, and that same Solomon, who David said, sit on my right hand till I make the enemies a footstool. David called that man Lord. Why? Because that man was Yahushua. That wasn't his son. So the Lord said to my Lord, you know what I mean? But again, yeah, it's pretty some more, but that's just a basic one of Christ being Yahushua and King David. Yeah, any more questions? Ain't no sweat. No sweat. I got a topic anyway. Someone give me Ezekiel. Slacky, though, give me Jeremiah 30 and 16. Slacky, Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 30 and 16 are the one.
Yeah, Jeremiah 30 and 16. So, right about now, if you're black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you're being attacked by every nation, man. Financially, physically, getting locked up by the police. You got China going to the Caribbean and robbing it blind and taking all the resources. And you know what I mean? You got black people, you know, paying all types of money to the landlord and building this economy and not getting no money back. And a lot of black people thinking, yo, what's going to happen to these nations, man? What's going to happen to the nations that take advantage over us, that kill our children in the streets, that gun down our children and get away with it, man? That, you know, lock our kids up for life. You know, all the scandals in the past, man, the Windrush scandal. What's going to happen? What's the payback, man? In this class, we're going to show you the payback of all the things that they do to our people, man. The payback is all these nations are going into slavery. That's the payback right there. And it's in the Bible, man. That's right. The same way we serve them, not served, we serve them even to this day. They are going to serve us in the kingdom of heaven. And that's only right, man. That's only fair, man. Read that up. I can't see, though.
I don't know why it's not coming up, other ones. Salakia.
All right, no, sir.
I don't know. Let me just Salakia. Just if you just give me a second, I can have a quick. Let me try. It might be something. No, it's not that one. A few buttons. Salakia. I don't know what's going on with.
Looking like Hollow Man. Looking like Hollow Man and that. Oh, God,
yeah, I don't even know what's going on with it. You know. Yeah, Salakia.
Man just disappeared on camera, you know.
Yeah, I'm here though. I'm here, but I just don't know why. Don't know why it's not coming up with my picture. The one. Just give me a second. I can read the scripture for you first if you want to, or
Yeah, go on. Read it first.
Quran can't. Look at that. Is it that? That might be. Hold on. So lucky. Oh yeah, is there? You see me now? Hold on. You're gonna see me in a second on the one. Yeah, it's got a tape on it. So lucky. It's a new computer.
You man crap me up, I swear that.
See it there? Yeah, but they are now.
I give up, man. You're like cracking me up.
Can't. All right then. So Jeremiah 30 verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
And the Lord said, all they that devour us shall be devoured. Remember, with the sheep, the Lord compares us to being sheep. And sheep get devoured by wild animals, man. Sheep need to be protected. And blacks and Hispanics need to be protected. We're people that ain't protected, got no protection. Police can kill us and no one goes jail for it. You know, people can extort our women, you know, use them in their rap videos and nothing happens. We're not protected, man. People devour us, use us. Look at the music industry. Our people do all the hard work, man. All these record companies, they get paid, man. Our people do all the boxing, the training, the running, the swimming, you know, burning all this sweat, man, and working out, man. And these boxing promoters get paid the most of it. These people devour us. And the Lord said, these people that devour us, they are going to be devoured, man. Keep it in.
Go to one Khan. And all thine adversaries, every one of them.
And the Bible goes, all of them, every last one of them, man. I know some black people out there saying, yeah, but the Chinese are cool though. Yeah, but the Arabs are cool though. Yeah, but the East Indians cool though. The God said every last one of them are adversaries. Our adversary is our enemy, man. And I ain't talking about your personal enemy. That's the problem with black people. We get too personal, man. Whenever we talk about races, black people go, nah, but ain't no oppressor ever done anything to me. Ain't no Indian man ever done anything to me. We're talking about the enemy of our nation, man. And East Indians are enemies to black people, man.
That's right.
You better go to Trinidad and find out, man.
Right.
You better go in the ghetto to these off licenses that run 24/7, man. They don't shop, man. They don't shop. And these Indian man opening shops in our neighborhoods on purpose, man. What type of man is up at 12 o'clock in the morning while you got to open your shop 24 hours, man? Let me tell you who. It's a black man on drugs. It's a black man on drugs coming to buy them blue slims at nighttime. It's a black man on drugs coming to use that cash machine, man. It's a black man on drugs coming to buy that alcohol that you serve 24 hours all around the clock, man. And I'm pretty sure you know that too. I'm pretty sure you knew that when you got that license to open 24 hours, when you set up shop in that certain neighborhood, I'm pretty sure you did your research, man. You knew about the drug addicts that roam the streets in black and Hispanic neighborhoods, man. And you know what you said? I can make money off this, you know. You know that our people are destroyed and it's cracking our neighborhoods and no father in the house and we're destroyed, man. And a lot of us turn to alcohol and a lot of us turn to drugs. And you know what you said? Wait, the gold mine here. I can make money off this, man. They know that people's money comes in 12 o'clock at midnight, man. And they go, well, guess what? We got to be up at 12 o'clock midnight, man. They know that people's gyro comes in at night, man. And an alcoholic gets paid at night by the government. And what's the first thing he wants to buy? Alcohol. And the East Indian man says, you know what? I'm going to give you the alcohol that you want. I'm going to give you them drugs that you want. The weed, man, your money comes in at 12 at night, man. And you're going to need some money to give the weed, man. And they say, well, listen, we got a cash point for you, man, right there, man. Cash point is right there. We charge, how much charge nowadays? Charge £2 teeth, man. They're pretty aware that those are the adversaries of black people. They're the adversary of all of us as black people. Not you. Not because you're cool with Abdul and you and Ikram are cool and, you know, Ikram invites you in the house to an onion bhaji. Nah, man. What about the enemies of our people, man? I don't care if, you know, you got to oppress a woman like, you know, oppress a woman and she can twerk and she's cool and she slicks her hair, she wears braids and she's cool. She's one of us, man. As a nation, they are the adversary to our people, man.
Right.
The Chinese, the Arabs, the East Indians, all of them are adversaries to our people, man.
That's right.
Read that again.
One cancer. Jeremiah 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
And that's where they're going. That's where the Chinese are going. That's where the oppressors going. That's where the East Indians going into captivity. Man. That's where they belong. Why? We work for them. We work for them. We're the reason why East Indian men drive good cars, man. We're the reason why there's a big mosque, man. We're the reason why there's a big Gurdwara temple. We're the reason why the churches are rich, man. We're the reason why the Pope got all these riches. And guess what? They're going to be the reason why we're going to be rich. They're going to be the reason why we're going to have our own country. They're going to be the reason why we're going to wear gold and silk and diamonds, man. They're going to go get it for us. Why? We got it for them. We worked for them. All the alcohol and blue slims that we bought from your shop is the reason why your daughter gets a nice wedding, man. It's the reason why your son is a doctor. Yeah, you know, they all talk about this one. Yeah, my son's a doctor, you know, went to lawyer school. Yeah, man. And we paid. Our drug addict uncles and aunties paid for it, man. Black people, even black people that ain't drug addicts, we paid for it when we supported the shop, man. When we bought yam off you and banana off you and went to your chip shops, went to your off licenses, man, went to your petrol stations, it's only right you're gonna make us rich in the kingdom of heaven, man. Let me tell you something. In the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna need some shirts, man. And shirts are made out of cotton. And let me tell you something, cotton don't pick itself, man. And I ain't picking no cotton. I picked enough, man. In the kingdom of heaven, they're gonna be silk shirts also and silk garments, man. And guess what? Silk don't spin itself, man. And we ain't spinning no silk. Our enemies are gonna do it. Roads are gonna have to be paved, man. And I ain't. The Bible said they're gonna go around fixing up the earth that they destroyed, man. That they destroyed, the same earth that they destroyed with drilling holes and bust up the ozone layer. They're gonna have to go and repair it, man. We done.
And they that spoiled thee,
they that spoiled us, they that robbed us, man. They that robbed us, you know what I mean? Went to countries like Trinidad, man, where black people inhabited, where what's it called? The Arak Indians inhabited, and now in Trinidad, the East Indian man is more in number than the black man in Trinidad, man. Calling us a monkey in a country that we was there before you, man. Treating us bad in a country and we was there before you, man. Treating us terrible. The Chinese coming to Jamaica, buying them everything, man. You know, our black women are the reason why you Chinese can come to Jamaica and make money. And guess what? When we come to your shops, you harass us, man. Treat us bad. Tell us you don't want us in our shop. Can't even speak English properly, man. The pat was all funny. Saying, but I want you out my shop, out my shop. Like, hold on. If it wasn't for black people, you wouldn't have no shop, man. Black people are the reason why you have merchandise, man. And black people is nothing like your people. Black people are kind. If we ever, please. No, actually, I'm 12, actually. If that was the other way around, you would boycott us. Yeah, go on, actually. If this is the other way around, you would boycott us, man. You wouldn't buy from us. But we're so loving, we let bygones be bygones, man. You treat black people bad in our shops. And you know what we say? Yeah, well, you know, the black girl should have stole. Well, you know, he ain't bad. He must have had a bad day. And we still support you, man. Because we're loving it. You ain't like that. If a black man ever opened a shop in China and treated you how you treat us in Jamaica, you'll burn that shop down, man.
That's right.
You starve us out, man. You wouldn't buy from us. So black people are so loving, we still buy from you, man. And I'm pretty sure you know that too. That's why you ain't patch your stuff. That's why you're still there. I'm gonna tell you something about these adversaries, man. They're gonna build our kingdom, and that's written in the Bible, man. That's written in the Bible. Let me get there real quick, man. Let me get hold that. Give me Isaiah 2. Isaiah 2 and 4. I'm trying to trim down Passover, you know. You get me look or cutting my garment, yeah. And these men are giving me all types of alcohol and sweets, man. Guys, come on, man. It's Israel man's fault, you know. Israel wants to be the only man looking wham in the pictures. You get me? Israel, it's working. It's working.
Good. So was that Isaiah 2 and 4?
Go on.
Book of Isaiah chapter 2 verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations. And shall
when Yahushua put back the when Yahushua comes back, who's our king, you know, and he puts us under him as rulers and kings also. He's gonna judge between the nations, man. You're gonna judge. You know, right now you see the UN and you see the oppressor judging between the nations. Right about now, the oppressor judges between nations. He says, what nations can sell this on the world market? What nation can use nuclears? What nation is in charge of the bananas? What nation is in charge of the petrol? And you can buy your gas from Ukraine, and you gotta buy it from Saudi Arabia, or if you're in Europe, you gotta buy your gas from Russia. He judges amongst the nations, man. But that won't happen in the kingdom. In the kingdom, Yahweh is gonna judge between the nations, man. Yahweh is gonna be the reason if China can eat rice today, or if they can't. It's gonna be the reason if Africa can eat today, or if they can't. Keep it in.
Khan. And shall rebuke many people.
And rebuke many people. Correct them, man. Correct them. Rebuke many people. Anyone going against Yahweh will die, man. So what?
That's right.
Go on. Any nation talking about, well, listen, we want to keep eating bushmeat, man. They're gonna be rebuked, man. They're gonna die, man. You know how Putin said to Ukraine, listen, this is my terms. So what, man? Appreciate it. You know how Putin said, Ukraine, if you don't accept my terms and conditions, we're going to war. But your house are going to do the same thing. You guys say, listen, do you accept my conditions? No more bushmeat, man. No more bats, man. No more alternative lifestyles, man. And listen, if they don't agree, they're going to be wiped out, man. Keep with him.
Khan. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
And they're going to beat their swords into plowshares, man. You know what a plowshare is? A plowshare is farming equipment, man. All their weapons are going to be farming equipment. You see that big tank? That big tank is going to be a plow in the kingdom of heaven. You see that machine gun? That machine gun is going to spit seeds out in the kingdom, man. You're going to press it, you're going to shoot seeds everywhere. That's going to be the weapons in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I mean? No, England won't have no nuclear warfare, man. England won't have no weaponry, but they have loads of farming equipment, man. Why? Because they better get to work. After all the nuclear fire and nation rising against nation and Christ having to take down our oppressor, the world's going to need refixing, man. And they're going to go fix it. They're going to use that good technology, that satellite. They're going to use that satellite not to kill people, but to find out where there's some land where they can build, man. They're going to say, well, judging by my phone, with the coordinates, there's some land here that needs some seeds, you know. And they're gonna drop seeds from airplanes. All their weapons are gonna be farming equipment, man. That big tank is gonna plow the ground. You know what I mean? Them bombs that drop bombs from airplanes now, man. They're gonna drop seeds from airplanes, man. That's right. And gonna fix this world back, the world that they destroyed, man. All the oil that they take out the globe, we're gonna go fix it, man. We want to see, you know, your parents say, listen, I'm going out and coming back. I don't want the room how I found it. Your house, I listen, I want to get back how I found it, man. All the pollution and all the nonsense of precedent to this earth, man. Christ said, listen, when I come back, I want it back how I found it. So guess what? You're gonna need that machine gun to spit out them seeds, man. You're gonna need to drop what seeds from the sky, man, because your house wants it back how I found it, man. So lucky, I keep it in.
Khan. And their spears into pruning hooks.
And their spears into pruning hooks. Spears again is another weapon of war. And a pruning hook is farming equipment, man. There's more farming equipment. Keep it in.
Khan. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
And guess what? Everyone's talking about world peace. Every time I go to London, man, and do a street speaking, or every time I go to Birmingham and do a street speaking, I always get interrupted by a march, man. I watch this march. Always peace for Ukraine, peace for Hong Kong. You want peace, black? If you want peace, if you're an oppressor, Chinese, Arab, and you want peace, then you just wait for your house to come, man. When your house guess what? Nation shall not rise against nation no more. That's when peace will come. And why is peace going to come? Because Christ's going to make you not make war no more. They're going to physically take all your weapons from you, man. They're going to put you in slavery, man. That's the only way we'll get peace. Everyone's trying to negotiate and, you know, come up with negotiation terms. Nah, man. There's one way to get peace, man. And that's what? To get rid of the bully. And your house are going to get rid of the bullies, man. That's right. You're going to exterminate the bully, man. Right. Put the bully in slavery. And that's how you do it, man. Negotiation ain't gonna work. The marches ain't gonna work. The rallies ain't gonna work. Christ got a good way of doing it, man. And Christ is gonna put the bully in chains, and that way no nation shall rise against no nation again, man. That's how you have world peace, black and Hispanic, man. Right. All right, go back to Elwood. Give me what was that? Isaiah, was it?
Jeremiah 30, verse 16. Sir.
16, yeah, keep reading.
Khan. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey on you, Salakia, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
that send chills on my spine, man. All them nations that pray on us, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To pray is like if you're a hunter, and you know you see you got your rifle, you see a deer, you're like you got him in your crossfire. You about to line him up and kill him. That deer is a prey, and black people are a prey to the other nations. That's what we are. If the Chinese man went to Jamaica for a vacation, no man. One of his Chinese friends told him, man, like, listen, there's black people in this country, you know, and they're too busy shooting each other. They're too busy on drugs. Listen, you can come over here, and make money. Because they're killing each other, they're not worried about making a business. They're not worried about selling petrol, man. You can do this. And the Chinese man looked at it and said, you know what, you're right, you know. He looked at us and prayed on us and mapped it all out. Same with the East Indian man. Same with the oppressor, man. The oppressor looked at how good black people can sing and dance and said, you know what, let me give them a few pennies, man. You know what I mean? We call it $1 million deal. To them, it's big money because they're poor, but really, you know, that's changed to us. And we can get them sell multi-million. We can get them sell out arenas and make money and, you know, create history, man. They pray on us. That's what they do. And the day's coming when them people that pray on us, they're gonna be a prey. They're gonna be that deer. Right about now, they hunt us like we're deer. The day's coming when they're gonna be a prey, black man. Right. If you want to see that day, you stay in the I.S.U.P.K, man. Else you're gonna die. You won't see that day. I didn't come this far to not see it, man. I come this far to see it, man.
Right.
I didn't come this far to die and not see this, man. Salakia. I've been through too much slavery, man. And trust me, there gotta be some light at the end of the tunnel for me. I didn't come from minimum wage, man. I didn't come from seeing oppressors live nicely while I'm suffering just so I can die, man. I'm in this game to win it, man. Salakia. And black man, if you wanna see them be a prey, then you know what you got to do, man. You better put the pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster down, man. Right. You better put them prostitutes down, man. Right. You can die like the majority of Christians. Let me tell you something. Being a Christian is easy. Being a Christian is easy. And a lot of people that leave the truth. Why do they leave the truth? Because it's much easier being Christian, man. Ain't nobody want to fight against their baby mother, man. Ain't nobody want to fight against their mom and society and the schools and the teachers and their loved ones and their parents, man. That's hard. We're not gonna be one of them, man. So much easier. So much easier. Look at those people that we lost for this truth, man. I didn't lose my daughters for this, man. So I can give up in the 12 hour. The Bible calls it, man. We didn't come so far and we're all black and marching and suffering and doing push-ups, man. So that just like we can give in, man. We're doing this why so we can see our enemies become a prey. That's what we're in it for, man. In fact, give me Revelations. It's 13:9. It lets you know why we're in this for, man. Hold that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
And the Bible says, if any man has an ear, let him hear this, man. If any man got understanding, let him understand this. Read.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
And just what Hakian read, man. We're a prey now, but one day they're going to be a prey. The Bible goes, he that leads into captivity is going to go into captivity, man. The man that led us into captivity is going into captivity. He's going into slavery. That's where he's going. Keep it in.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And there's a man that killed us, man. Killed us with a sword, but cracking our neighborhoods, man. Killed brothers like Mark Duggan, man. Put, is the reason why your mama in your life or your dad in your life, man. You're blaming your dad. Oh, my dad went in my life, man. He was too busy chasing the pipe. He was too busy chasing the record deal. Well, who put these things in front of his face, man? Who put the smile in his face, showing him that, listen, you can be a footballer, you can be a rap artist. Who put this in front of his face, man? That's the man you should blame. Your dad was chasing the pipe. Who put that pipe in your neighborhoods, man? Your mum wasn't around because she's a drug addict. Well, who put drugs in our neighborhood, man? That's the man you should hate. And that man that killed your parents, he's going to be killed, man. We done.
Right. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
And the Bible says this is the patience and the faith of the saints. This is what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are waiting for, man. This is what we're waiting for. We're in this to bang no tambourine, man. We're in this so we can see the man that killed our people get killed, man. We're the man, that used us and used us for a prey. We want to see him be a prey, man. That's what we're in it for. This is the patience and the faith of the saints. This is what the saints are waiting for. That's what it means. That's what it means by patience and faith of the saints. I mean, this is what we're waiting for, man. We didn't come in here to bang no tambourine, man. So luck, yeah. If you are in it for that, you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. We didn't come here to wear church gowns and church robes and fellowship, as Christians say. We're in it to take over the government, man. We're in it to get our life right so that one day Yahushua can come with his new government, man. We should take over this one. That's what we're in it for. We're in it for righteousness, man, justice, man. To see the man that killed us get killed, man. To see the man that robbed us get robbed. That's what we're in it for. That's the patience and faith of the saints, man. All these fake Israelites talking about them Hebrew Israelites are so angry. Talking about, you know, the oppressor going in chains. Well, what kind of man would want someone else in chains? Saints. So right there in the Bible, man. Saints. That type of man wants to get man in chains. You know, 2 wrongs don't make a right. So hold on. The oppressor killed your people, and now you want him to be oppressed. The Bible said the saints want the same thing.
That's right.
You know who don't want it? You know who don't want it? Coons don't want it, man. You know who don't want it? Slaves don't want it, man.
That's right.
Don't try to flip it on me. Don't make out like something wrong with me. Something must be wrong with you, man. Check your spirit, man. You 2 rights don't make a wrong. You told them they did something wrong to you. You didn't like it, and you want to do it to them. What kind of person are you? Them saints written up in the Bible, right there in the scripture, man. Don't try to flip it on me.
Can't. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
This is what we're waiting for, man. This is exactly what we're waiting for. This is what we're in it for, man. Why is that black people can be in time? Let me tell you, I'm a team player, man. So lucky, man. And I love my team, man. And my team's blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, man.
That's right.
So lucky. And I work just like any good coach, man. I work with my team even when they ain't doing so good, man. Even when they're at the bottom of the league, man. And what's the man that don't work with his team, man? What do you call them? You call them glory hunters, man. And if you're a black man, a lot of black people see that black people ain't doing so good. They see black people on drugs, man. They see black people on crack. You know what they try to do? Change race, man. I'm gonna roll over here. I'm gonna roll over here with the oppressors, man. I'm gonna become a Muslim and roll over here with the Arabs, man. Because black people, boy, they're fighting on what's the hip hop, man. The women are ratchet, man. Nah, man. You ain't the man for the job. A man like that, we don't need, man. We need a real team player. We need a real coach, man. Right. Our coach is Yahushua. Yahushua works with black people, even though we ain't doing so good in the league right now, man.
That's right.
And why? What a coach works with his team so that they can beat other teams, man. And that's what I'm in it for. I'm in it so black people can beat other teams and be top of the league, man. We don't want to integrate. We don't want to integrate. We don't want to share the number. We don't want to share the cup. We don't want to share the cup. We want the cup for ourselves, man. Right. We don't want to share no gold. We don't want to share the number 1 spot, man. You know what team shares the number 1 spot in the Olympics, man? And we're trying to share it even, man. We want it for ourselves, man. And that's the faith and the patience of the saints, man. Go ahead, Ariella.
Is that what some Amalek is doing now that the truth is coming out in the last days? I hear a lot of them online saying, yeah, well, some of them Negroes are Hebrew Israelites, where 50 years ago, when Hitler never wiped them out, they wouldn't have entertained that ideology.
No, all right, Amalek ain't sharing the number 1 spot. What they're trying to do is, shut you up. You know, ones say, yeah, some of you can be, man. Some of you, say, all blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, on your father's side, if you're black, Hispanic, Native Indian, you are Israelite. I'm not trying to shut you up. You see the truth coming out now, and they can't fight it. So what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, you might be right. You might be on something like some knowledge that you're onto. Yeah, I don't know, some blacks, some nah. This is something. No Amalekite is a Jew. None, not one.
Right.
And all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that come on the slave trade are Israelites, man. Right. Don't try to pacify. You might be right. See, the couple. Let me say, all of us are, man. To try to hit you with that one. Don't fall for that one. So you're thinking, okay, he agrees. All right, no. That's trying to put a wool over your eyes. Yeah, China. You want to argue? I'm telling you, you might be right. You might be right. I'm not. I don't might be right, man. I am right.
That's right.
Don't let Amalek. I've seen that one before. The black and try to hit you with the black Israelites, like there's black Israelites also. Black man. The if you're saying the black Israelites, mean that you got white ones also and Chinese ones also. There's no such thing, man. Just Israelites which happen to be black. If you could, I can go back to where you were, Salakia. We keep bouncing back to scripture, Salakia.
For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord.
There you go. And this is what these sellouts don't understand. These sellouts see us doing rough right now. They see us dying right now and think, boy, them black people can never get it together. Let me side with a team that can get it together. Well, they don't know this, man. God said he will heal us, man. He will restore health to us, man. And that's what what you think we're doing in the I.S.U.P.K right now, man. We're giving health to people. Brothers that are on drugs, we're getting them off drugs, man. Brothers that don't know the Bible, we're teaching them, man. Brothers that live their life doing what they want to do, we tell them, no, you can't do it no more. Brothers that used to have anger demons and beating people up, we tell them, no, man. You love your brother, man. That's the Lord's story in house to us right now. Why else would we be doing this if we weren't sanctioned by God to do it, man? And that's what faith Israelites don't understand. That's what Christians don't understand. They just like a bad coach, man. They just go somewhere else. They just go to where the money is. They go to where the popularity is. And we're loyal. We're bound to this team, man. The old saying it goes, you can't choose your family, man. And that's that. And listen, you can't. And no matter how bad our team's doing, guess what? You gotta work with them, man. Right. Just like you gotta work with that crackhead auntie, man. Just like you gotta work with that crackhead uncle. You gotta work with them blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that happen to be pimps. You gotta work with them blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that happen to be drug dealers and gangbangers, man. You can't switch. But brothers don't know that the Lord's gonna heal our people, man. Keep it in.
Because they called thee an outcast, saying, "This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after."
So these nations called us an outcast, man. An outcast is someone that don't fit in. Someone that don't fit in, man. Don't tell me blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians ain't the people of God, man. We're the people that don't fit in, man. The Chinese are expanding and going to every other country and growing and got wonderful families and no fighting in the families and money spreading. We're the only ones with dysfunctional families, man. We're the only ones fighting, man. We're the only ones poor and poverty in the ghettos, man. Killing each other in the ghettos, man. We're the only ones lost in different philosophies, man. The Chinese are all Buddhists. The oppressor is all Christian. The Arabs are all Muslim. We're divided and destroyed into every single philosophy and religion, man. We're the outcasts. And the nation look at us and say, what?
Saying, "This is Zion."
And they go, "This is Zion. This right here, this is meant to be blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the chosen of the Lord. This is Zion. Look at them, man. Look like crackers to me. This is Zion. Look like women that live in an abortion clinic to me. Look like drug dealers to me, pimps to me, Christians to me." That's what these nations say, man. Keep it in.
Whom no man seeketh after.
Who no man seeketh after, who no man cares about, man. To seek after means to look after. You know, you see a man seeking for his son. He's like, "Yo, anyone seen Tyrone? Where is he? Why? What's up? He meant to be home by 10 and I can't find him." That's a dad that cares for his son. He's saying, no one seeks after you. No one's looking for you, man. And that's why we can come to your neighbors and rob you blind. That's why we can kill your children, leave them dead on the cold floor, and no one gets sacked for it. No one got to apologize for it. No one goes to jail for it. We can put crack in your neighborhoods and there's no outroar about it. It actually funds the police. It actually funds prison. It actually funds the whole economy. Why? Because no one cares about black people. No one seeks black people. Even the people that are supposed to, like our black leaders, they don't even seek black people, man. They're too busy switching sides, man. And the preset for that also, man. Let me see if we can get it, man. So like, yeah. So like, give me Zechariah 11:5.
Book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them?
And the Bible goes, our possessors slay us, man. Who's our possessors? Who's the ones that possess us right now, man? You're a black man with a birth certificate. And it's stamped, what's it called? What's it called? The registry office. What's it called? The crown, Her Majesty's, I can't call it, registry office, whatever. They own us, man. They got papers on you, like how you got papers on a car. Our possessors own us, man. We gotta go to them for permission if we want to drive a car. We gotta go to them for a passport if you want to leave the country. We gotta go to them to learn about God. If you want to even know about God, that's the oppressor. Teach you about your God. You gotta go to his churches, his religions. Our oppressors own us, man. Our possessors slay us, as the Bible says. The people that own us slay us, man. They kill brothers like Mark Duggan, man. They kill brothers like Vishal and Charles, man. Right. They kill brothers like Dejan Reed, man. That's right. Kill us, man. Put drugs in our neighborhoods. They own us and they kill us. Keep it in.
Hold themselves not guilty.
And they hold themselves not guilty, man. Yo, I didn't own no slaves. That was in the past. Well, if he wasn't a thug, he wouldn't have got shot, man. If Mark Duggan didn't have a past of, firearms, he would have got shot. They kill our children, man, and hold themselves not guilty, man. Hold themselves not guilty. They put drugs on our neighbors and say, yo, listen, no one's putting the gun in your hand. No one's putting the drugs in your hand. Is that what you want to do? They kill our children. They hold themselves not guilty. Right. How long will you be stuck on slavery, man? So I've never owned no slaves. Meanwhile, you're benefiting from slavery. Meanwhile, the reason why you're so rich is because of slavery. The reason why you got this great country is because of slavery. They kill us and hold themselves not guilty, man. It's a shame, my fault. Keep it in.
Can't. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, man. They say, God bless America, man. They say, God save the Queen, man. They say, blessed be the Lord. They're happy that England's such a great country. And why is England a great country? Because it sold black people, man. England's great. Why? Because black people sold. Black people's made to cane and cotton and coffee beans and cocoa, man. That's right. And they say stuff like, God bless the Queen, man. They say, what they say, America's the greatest country on the face of the earth. They say, God bless the Lord for this country. Why? Because it sold us. The reason why they can say that, God bless the Lord, because it sold us. It's right there in the Bible. They're rich. I'm going to say, the next line is going to explain why they bless the Lord. We done?
For I am rich.
And that's why they praise the Lord, because they're rich. And how did they get their riches? From slaying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man.
That's right.
Slaying black people in the islands brought so much money to England, man. They said that slavery back then is equal to machines today, no, computers today. They said slavery was so important that it affected your life even if you didn't have slaves, just like computers today. Even if you don't own a computer today, computers affect your life. Even if you don't own one. If you book a doctor's appointment, it's booked on what? A computer, man. If you book a flight, book it on what? A computer. Even though you don't own one, and that was slavery back then. If you didn't even own a slave, it affects your life. The t-shirt you had on your back, why slaves pick cotton. The sugar you had in your tea, why black men cut cane. The coffee, tobacco that you drank, black people did that, man. The buildings that you see, black people built them. And these people was able to get rich off it, man. Right. Keep it in.
Another one can't. And their own shepherds pity them not.
Break it down for me, Ariella. Our own shepherds pity us not, man. What's a shepherd's job to do, first and foremost? So shepherd job, a shepherd that looks at the sheep, what's the job?
To lead them.
That's right, to lead them. That's one thing he does.
Pastors.
What else does a shepherd do to a sheep?
So like you say,
go on, Akian.
Feed them, look after them, clothe them, make sure they're safe, make sure they got everything they need.
A shepherd does everything for the sheep. It makes sure they're shorn so they don't overgrow. You know, it makes sure that no wild wolf don't kill him. You know, puts the pen around them, the coyotes and stuff. Yeah, it walks them in the morning, counts them, makes sure they're all good. That's a shepherd's job. And black people got shepherds too. Who's our shepherds? Who's the people that meant to be looking after us, man? Our pastors, man. Our religious leaders. And the Bible goes, our own shepherds pity us now. I'm 12 points. They don't care. They don't kill themselves. They see black people dying and go, boy, them niggas, man. What's the old word? What's the old word that the old generation used to use for black people? Riffraff. Ever heard that word before? Boy, look at them riffraffs, man. They shake their head. And pastors, we see black men outside the bookies and go, look at them riffraff, man. Come in, let me just hold my bag, before one of them tries to snatch my bag, man. That's what they do. Our own shepherds, the people that's supposed to lead us and care about us, don't care about us, man. Who do they care about? They care about the brother that fought in the army. They care about the brother that went to uni. They care about them brothers, man. They don't care about the brothers that, life wasn't so good for them. They didn't have certain opportunities that another man had. They wasn't so fortunate like most brothers were. They care about, because my grandson, went to the army, and my grandson fought in, this, that, and my grandson got a good job, is a good doctor. That's what they care about, man. Our own shepherds don't even pity us, man. And when they see us in the baggy jeans, us that, got prize on our record, look at them riffraffs, man. Look at him with his pants hanging all low. Look at her, man. Look at him. Look at them. Look at the kids they got. Look at him. He got shot the other day. I bet he stole something. I bet he's in a gang. They don't even pity you, man. They don't even say, "Oh, it's a shame he got shot." What happened? They see us, boy. You had it coming. You know what I mean? You're a riffraff. You know, man, I heard that word before. Riffraff. So Rob, you probably heard that word before. Riffraff.
Yeah.
Riffraff.
So that point, I know you heard that word before, innit?
Yeah, man, that's all Caribbean, Jamaica, you know.
Yeah, man. Look down
Yeah,
on people, man. Oh, you got individual. Why you say you got individualists called riffraff? Don't ask me why, man. Don't ask me why. It's a luck, yeah. Don't ask me why you call it riffraff. I don't know. That's a lucky. Where we sorry? Yeah, keep it in.
That's all right.
Verse 6. For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land.
Okay, so that's going into that. So go back to Jeremiah with 31 and all right, drop that. In fact, we got a question. If you could, Alban, read that question, please, and pull it up, please.
Can't say. His sister asked, Slacky, could we get a breakdown of Nehemiah chapter 1 and verse 9?
Okay, call Bunker Shaw. All right, boy.
The Old Testament or New Testament?
Nehemiah, what is it? I got it.
Oh, I'm getting Jeremiah, you know, so luck. Let me get Nehemiah, so luck, yeah.
What is it? Jeremiah?
9. Nehemiah.
What is it? Chapter 1.
Chapter 1 and verse 9.
God. Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 9.
Bear me.
God.
1 second, stuck here. You must know high today, man. I ain't just playing it.
Well, it's after Ezra, it's before Job and that.
God, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, 1 and 9, yeah?
God, yeah.
Go on.
God. Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 9. But if ye turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them.
So this is, again, you know, this is what you call repentance. The Lord said, if you turn unto me, meaning, if you turn and do the commandments, then what way was you facing before you turn?
Backwards.
You was facing sin. You was walking in the way of sin. If you turn and did the commandments, then that means you was the opposite way, not doing the commandments, which we call sinning. So this is a scripture about repentance, meaning it don't matter how much weed you smoked, man. It don't matter how much, you know, abortions you had, man. You can turn and not do it no more and get life. Keep it in.
God. Though there were of you cast out unto the utmost parts of the heaven.
And the Lord say, listen, you can turn, man, and do good, even though some of you were cast out into the utmost parts of heaven, man. I mean, Israel was cast away. You know, the time of Nehemiah was born in Babylon, man. How did he end up in Babylon? We're not Babylonians. Why? Because we sinned against God, and the Babylonians came and killed us, man. You know what I mean? The brothers that were born in Assyria, brothers that were born in Egypt, in the Bible. Why? Because the Lord cast us away, cast us into slavery. Brothers people would take us and buy us and bring them all the way to their land. Just like with the slave trade today. Your brother born in Jamaica. Why? Because we sin against the Lord, and people will buy us in Africa and take us back to their land, take us to wherever we can make the money. They got a cane field in Jamaica that needs some workers. Well, I just found me some workers, man. We got some people in South Carolina that is a pick cotton. We're gonna get some people and drag them. We were dragged by any nation that needed us or that wanted to purchase us to make their money. That's what happened to black people. Just that was it. Free labor, bought us for cheap and work us for free. Not for cheap, for free. And all they had to do was keep us alive, give us the bare minimum to keep us alive, and we worked for them and made them money, man. You know how today you work for minimum wage, but imagine working for free. Employers would be happy. There was no breaks, no annual leave, no what's that thing called? HR. What's the thing called if you can't treat your workers bad? The HR.
HR, yeah.
no HR.
Human
You
resources.
could wake him out of his bed. You rape his woman, treat him badly. There's no HR that said you can't do that. There's no breaks. There's no after 9 hours, you must make him work. None of that, man. You know what I mean? Some of us were cast away to all nations, even back then. Keep it in.
Gone to the utmost parts of the heaven. Yet will I gather them from thence.
There.
And
even though we're scattered to all parts of nations, you can read it in the Bible. Even today, brothers migrate or brothers end up in different parts of the world. Why? Because the Lord scatters us. The Lord, He will bring us all back, man. He will bring us all back. When your brother from Jamaica, you watching the classes and you feel, yo, that's me. I'm a Benjamin, man. You contact the school. That's the Lord bringing you back, man. Your brother in Brazil, you watch the tapes and you go, yo, Brazil. Look at the chart. You go, yo, I'm an Ashrat, man. And you call the school and you end up in your all black. And you're here again, starting camp. That's the Lord calling us back from the uttermost parts of the earth, man. It means scattered uttermost, the furthest parts of the earth, wherever He scattered us. That's what it means. Keep it in.
Yet will I gather them from thence, and I will bring them unto the place that I have chosen to set my name there.
There you go, which is Jerusalem. The place where the Lord's name is Jerusalem, and the Lord's gonna gather all His people. You read about it in Revelations, man. Where all brothers from different walks of life was right at Mount Zion, and Yahushua was in the middle, man. I think we brought it down last week from all places, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what it's talking about. That's the breakdown. Any more questions?
Can I get a thingy on Psalms 82? Just
Psalms 82.
Go on, yeah. So read the other one. You ready?
Yeah, go on. 82 and what? Sorry.
Psalms 82 and 1, and then down a bit. It says you shall die like men.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. So the first bit is Psalms 82 and 1. God standing in the congregation of the mighty, He judgeth among the gods. So that's what I break down on that. So.
So anyone know? First of all, what does gods mean? If God, the Bible goes, I am God and there's no God before me. But here it's saying God judgeth amongst other gods. Go on, sis. God means power. So what's the powers he's talking about? And the thing is, we just read it. We literally not long read it in Isaiah.
That the Shalakedon.
Go on.
The gods like the nations, the other, the power of the nations in it.
Here you go. And what did it say? It said Christ shall judge what? Between the nations, man. Saying the exact same thing here. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty and judgeth amongst the gods. So our God, again, Saint Christ, this is how God gets the glory, because Christ works for God. So when Christ is judging the other nations, is God judging the other nations? You know what I mean? When you sin and someone kills you, God kills you. God sent that man to kill you. God sent Yahushua to judge amongst the nations. Yahushua get a judge amongst all the nations. That's what we read. We just read that in Isaiah. A God is a power, authority. Your prime minister is a God. Your president is a God. Anyone of high authority, any ruler is a God. But the Most High judgeth amongst all these gods, man. Tells them, lets you know what they should be doing for what they shouldn't be doing in the kingdom of heaven. That's going to happen. Right about now, these gods are doing what they want. They're eating what they want. They're making legislation and laws, same-sex marriage and whatnot. But that won't happen forever, man. Carry on.
Right, good answer. The bit that it says in the congregation of the congregation of the mighty. So that's just again the same thing what we just said in it. The mighty is just the rulers in it.
There you go, same thing. It's another word for the gods. Mighty people, up there, strong, ruler, authority. So it's letting you know the mighty amongst the gods. It's letting you know who the mighty are. These rulers, these presidents and prime ministers and senators and lords and all these people up at the top. You know what I mean? Saying that the Lord's above them. Yeah, keep it in.
So
I'll get a definition of God's fear real quick.
Yeah.
Psalms, is it?
Yeah, Psalms 82.
Psalms 82. here it is. Boom, 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 boom. Shoot. Right, you just so lucky. I can't get the red letter up, man. 1 second. The blue letter, sorry.
Shall I read another one while you're looking? While you
no. I should be there soon. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Do you know? Oh, there it is. There it is. So lucky. I was zooming in too much. All right, cool. Zoom. So this is the word gods that you said in Psalms, yeah?
Go on.
You got seen it?
God.
So lucky.
Alahayim.
This is God's. There is Alahayim.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the definition here. Judges, mighty. Sometimes mean angels too. So you can refer to angels also. Angels are also gods. Rulers, judges, divine ones, gods, angels. But it could also mean judges and rulers. So a man of high authority is also, a god.
Mm-hmm.
In certain contexts. So when it goes, God judges amongst the gods, it means the Most High judges amongst these rulers, man.
Mm-hmm.
Any more on that?
I want it down, but I'll just read it through, innit? Down to 7, basically.
Right.
It says, how long will you judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked?
Is letting you know why God got to judge amongst these nations, man. Why God got to judge these governments and rulers. Because why? He's saying, how long will you judge wickedly? How long will these rulers allow same-sex marriage? How long would they allow gender fluidism? How long would they allow, black people to get killed in the government? How long would they go and rob people's oil, man? And drop bombs on women, children, and, innocent people? That's why the Lord got to judge them. Because these nations are wicked, man. How long will you allow your public to eat that and start the coronavirus, man? Keep it in.
Verse 3. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to defend the fatherless and the poor, man. But these governments don't do that, man. These governments don't do that. These governments make money of the fatherless, man. They make money off the fatherless. Let me tell you, I didn't know this until coming to truth, man. Like, everything the government does in America and in England and most countries, it always goes back to money, man. Always, you think, oh, the government doing this, and that's a good deed. Thanks for that. Nah, man. There's always some money involved, man. The NHS, why? When your doctor gives you medication, they always give you the cheap option. You think doctor, he cares about my health? He don't, man. They give you the cheap option. Why? Because it saves them money. It's a business. Anyone who works in the NHS industry, they'll tell you, man. Doctors will even tell you. Anyone ever got a call from the doctor saying that you're due a checkup? And you're thinking, wow, they care about me, man. No, they don't, man. Because they get money for every patient that they call in. And they tell their reception staff, listen, they give them a long list and we'll go call him and call these people in, man. If we get our targets up, the government will give us a grant. They get paid for it, man. That's a fact. You're thinking, oh, they like us, they don't, man. And that's every government in the world is a sham. It's fake, it's phony. They lie and they use the poor of their people and don't look after their people, man. You see people in America with an army coat on, man. An army coat on, and they're homeless. So you're telling me this man fought in your war and he's homeless. He's on drugs. He should be looked after, man. He fought for your freedom, man. And this is why the law got qualms with these countries, man. Keep it in.
Verse 4. Verse 4. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
Same thing. Keep reading.
Go on, verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
There you go. And this is the Lord talking about all the other nations, man. How all about money, and they don't care about their people. You know what I mean? They use their people. That they have people fighting in their wars, dying for them, while they sit in nice mansions and nice apartments, while everyone goes out there and dies for them. That's how it works, man. You ever heard how about the Rothschilds and the Illuminati and the Bilderbergs? These are people. These are small sector of oppressors that own all the world's wealth, man. They make everyone go out there and work while they get rich. They don't share their rich with their own people, man. Even from their own people. And this is why the Lord's upset with them. Why? Because they don't know good. They walk in darkness, man. Keep it in.
Lucky, sir.
Been a long time.
So the question.
Yeah, it's lucky, sir. Is that why the scriptures say the heathen that are ever reputed as nothing? Is that why? Because of these things?
Yeah. Other things too, but this is one of the reasons. Reputed as nothing means got reputation. The heathen to God always had a reputation of being nobodies, man. Being a set of people that God don't love. He don't look at them with respect. They have silly customs like putting plates in their lip, cutting themselves. There always been people that you go, look at these people, man. Having sex with their mom, dad. People that look like, ugh, look how disgusting they are. They've always been nobody. This is how they behave themselves. And the Lord said, all the foundations of the earth are out of course, man. A foundation is something solid, man, something you can build on. You know, man, all these religions and philosophies, there's no foundation no more, man. They're all out of course, man. Why? Because the wicked is ruling, man. Precepts, when the wicked are in rule, the people mourn, man. When the righteous are in rulership, the people rejoice. Right now, the wicked are ruling, and that's why it said what? All the foundations are out of course, man. All the things foundations what keeps you stable. All the things that keep us stable are out of course. Why? Because the wicked are ruling, man. Giving us anything, you know what I mean? We're in a country where you got freedom of religion. You want to be this, you can go do it. You want to be a man, you can go do it. You want to be trans, you can go do it. And our government saying that you're allowed to. Our government allows this. Our government says go do it. Our government's pushing this same-sex agenda. Our government's one pushing all this nonsense, man. That's what the Lord's saying. What He's saying right here. Keep it in.
This bit here. I have said ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High.
And now the Lord talking about us. He said, I see it. Look at the nations live, but you are gods, man. You are rulers, man. You are rulers and children of the Most High. That's what they're talking about us. So we see how they act, how they're in darkness, or the course of earth. But I said that you are the gods. The same rulers that I got to judge. I put you like the same rulers that I got to judge. If you had done what you're supposed to do, you would be them judges, man.
Right.
You them judges that are set up in the first place. But now everyone walks in darkness. Why? Because you want to be Christian. You want to follow them. I said from the beginning, in the beginning, I said that you were the gods, man. You were the rulers and children of the Most High. Keep it in.
But ye shall die like men.
There
and fall.
And the Bible goes, you shall die like men. When the Bible a few instances when the Bible talks about the sons of men, talks about referring to the sons of the other nations. That's what it means. Right. You are the sons of God, but you're gonna die like like the sons of the other nations. Right. Imagine this Zarp we're the sons of God. We're kings, man, and priests, man. And kings and priests are meant to die of old age. But now we die like the oppressor. We die of drug overdose now. We die with a needle in our vein. We die in a park bench. We die in the AIDS ward getting skinny, man. We die of high blood pressure and gout and diabetes, man, in pain. We die how they're supposed to die. Remember, we don't eat pork, they do. We don't eat pork, they do. Someone's supposed to die of high blood pressure. Supposed to be them, but we die like them now. We die like the sons of men. We are actually having their death. They're the criminals. The mafia was the first people to do the drive-by, not us. But now we die of drive-bys, man.
Right.
Who's the first? Who stopped the Tommy gun out to the window in the black 1800s car, man? It was them. But now we die like that every day. We die like the sons of men. You know what I mean? What priest like the sons of men? Let me get you.
What's that? Genesis.
Genesis, and another one. 1 second.
So in Sadaki, it says he shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. So that's again talking about the princes of their nation, meaning the other nations, and
So
like that.
what the Lord saying here, say the Lord talking about the judges of the other nations. Then when you get to the verse 7, it goes, I have said, ye are gods. What you want to say is put emphasis on that ye. I have said that ye are gods. Meaning, you know, I'm judging between all the rulers, but didn't I say that you're the ruler?
That's right.
You're supposed to be the ruler, but because you behave, you're dying just like the sons of men. So you precept for men, because people think, well, you know, we're all men. When it means men, it's about the other nations. You want Psalms 53 and 2. If someone could get that, Bob Kushar.
Yeah. And you know what, Salakia, what Akayan just said about the other nations. What did he say about the other nations before?
It was reputed as nothing.
Yeah, right. And then that will go here, innit? That could kind of link up with this bit.
Yeah, you could do.
Yeah.
Die like you die. We die a death. They're supposed to die. Remember, they eat pork. You know, they eat pork. They cook the other white meat. So why are we dying like them? Why is my grandmother, you know, injecting herself with insulin, man? Talking about sugar's high. Because we're dying their death. Why are we dead with chalk around us? You know what I mean? When they're the mafia and them up. Why are we dying of AIDS when the first sexual deviance was them in the 80s, man? Sniffing all that cocaine and partying to disco and living that, you know, that crazy lifestyle was them. But we're dying like them. Give me that in Psalms, Bob.
And Salakia as well.
Fine.
You know what? When the Lord says, that all the sickness of Egypt, the Lord's going to bring up back upon thee, innit? That's the same thing right here. It's the same exact. Yeah, gonna die like them. The Lord's. We been around them. We ain't supposed to be around them, man. You know what I mean? If we're separate, we can stay clean and we can raise our animals right. Everything, the food's right. You know what I'm saying? Everything's clean and right, and gives us a long life. There's no crime, no none of those things. But us being amongst them, we're taking on all of their wickedness and their stupid, you know, their culture, which is all wicked and evil, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, we died there, definitely,
So,
man. What's that rapper?
Yeah.
What's that rapper Juice WRLD? Died of popping mollies and whatnot. Who's the first people to pop mollies, man? Them white rock and roll stars, man. The punks, the hippies. Now we're dying like them, man. Who were the first weed smokers, man? The East Indians, the hippies. Now we're dying their death, man. We died. Who the first people to, you know, pop mollies and sniff cocaine? It was them in the 80s. We're dying the death. They should die for doing these things. We die just like them. You know, but the tie is read it up.
Psalm 53 verse 1.
Psalm. No, 1 second.
Sorry, it was 53 and verse 2. You said
53 and 2, Baba Kashar.
God looked down from heaven upon the children of men.
There you go. God looks down from heaven upon the children of men, upon the children of the other nations. He looks down on the Chinese and the Arabs and the East Indians. He's not talking about men, that's the whole world. It means that you got the children of God, which are us. Everyone has the children of men. So he looks down on the children of men, and this is what he says, read.
Khan, to see if there were any that did understand.
It looks on them. It sees. Let me see if any of them got understanding. Let me see if any of them got understanding. Let me see if any of them that are good. Keep it in.
Khan, that did seek God. Every one of them is gone back. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good. No, not one.
There you go, man. The Lord looked down on all the other nations and none of them that do good, man. Not one of them, man. It's a not eating bat, the eating monkey, man. It's a not killing black people, they're dropping bombs on other countries, man. It's a not cutting women, girls. It's not circumcising women. What else are they doing? Putting plates in their lip, man. God said that one nation is good, man. Not one. Look down on the sons of men, and not one of these nations do good. He said, look down and see if any of them are serving him, and none of them do, man. If they ain't Muslim, they're Christian. If they ain't Christian, dancing around, dance on a fire with a Zulu mask on. Every last one of them don't do good, man. That's the sons of men. When it says you die like men, it means you die like the other nations. And black men, we die like the other nations. We die like crackhead oppressors. We die like how Alex said the Greek died of syphilis. You know what I mean? We die how they die. Salakia.
Salakia, can I read Psalm verse 8 as well? Verse 8. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations.
Here you go, man. Same thing that, you know, say that we shall, Lord going to inherit all nations, man. He's going to rule all nations. The precept for that is what? He shall rule all nations with a rod of iron. All nations are going to listen to Yahushua, man. All nations,
Right.
every knee shall bow, man. Just like everyone bows down to America. Everyone wants to be American. Everyone looks up to America, or sometimes England. In the kingdom of heaven, everyone's going to look up to Yahushua, man. Everybody's going to want to be like Hispanic or Native Indians. We're going to be that superpower. So like we're going to be the only power, not superpower. The only power, man. Why? Because Yahushua are going to inherit all nations. They're going to inherit is something that belongs to you that you ain't got yet. You know what I mean? But it belongs to you. And all these nations are going to belong to Yahushua, man. You're going to own them like how you own your car, man. They're going into slavery. They're going to serve him, man. That's also in the Bible as well. You know what I mean? Does that answer your question?
So kind this bit here, other one where it says, "Oh God," that's talking about Yahushua, right? You know, it says, "Arise, oh God, and judge the earth," innit? That's
the Most High. That's the Most High.
Okay.
But we know in the Bible, when the Bible, in the Bible, if God sends a man to free Israel, we say in the Bible, and God saved Israel, even though we know God didn't do it himself, he sent a man to do it. So the Most High ain't gonna inherit all nations. He don't live on the planet. But he's gonna send Yahushua to do it, so he still gets the glory. If that makes sense.
In the name of in
the name of, that's what it means by in the name of. When people say stop in the name of the law, these policemen saying I've come in the name of the law. Like, I'm not the law, but the law has given me authority to do certain things. You know what I mean? So Christ ain't God, but God giving him authority to do certain things. So God still gets the glory. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I got 10 minutes left. Any questions quickly? Any question regarding Passover, unleavened bread? Everyone got your preparations. You're running that leaven down, yeah. The baking soda. What's it called? The baking soda, the yeast. You know what I mean? Start running it down, man. Start buying less and less. Eat the bread that you got in your yard. Start running it down, man. You're all prepped.
So it's like if I could
go on.
With regards to things like baking soda and things like that, do you basically have to throw it away, or can you like put it somewhere where it ain't gonna be touched? So when you come back,
put it in the boot of your car, put it in the shed, anywhere that's outside of your living quarters. See, fake Israelites don't read the Bible properly, and they throw it in the bin. You don't mean that. Let me get it. 1 second.
Salakius.
Give me Salakius. What question?
Yeah, can't. Salakius. What if you don't have a car or a shed?
You might have to run it down, man. Let's run it down. 7 days before leavened bread. Buy less and less and less. Eat what you have, and then any what left, you might have to dash it away, you know, still. Or but if you run it down, it ain't much to throw away.
Can't.
You know what I mean? Or if you know somebody that got one, give it to them, like a cellar, a basement, or you boot in your car, man. For 7 days, you know, lock it up in there. You know what I mean? Give me excess 12 and 15.
Book of Exodus chapter 12 and verse 15. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread.
So 7 days we eat unleavened bread. Leaven is what makes bread rise. So things that make bread rise, you know, what's one of them? Bicarbonate soda, baking soda, yeast. There's quite a few. All the things that make bread rise, we can't have it. You know what I mean? Cookies, biscuits, and stuff like that we can't have. We got unleavened bread. So for 7 days, you got to eat unleavened bread. So every day, you got to eat unleavened bread. You got to eat bread with no leaven in it. Bread that's flat. You know what I mean? You got to eat that for 7 days. After that, you can eat whatever you want as long as it don't have leaven in it. So you can eat a bit of bread, then you can eat rice. You can eat chicken, whatever the case may be. But it has to be it has to have no yeast in there. But you must eat unleavened bread for 7 days. What is bread? Anyone know what bread is?
It's like it's flour, salt, water.
Go on.
Flour.
And all right, bread is flour. Bread is flour and water. That's what bread is. Correct. And you gotta have unleavened bread. So you gotta have flour and water with no leaven in it, no bicarbonate soda, no yeast in it. So let me ask you a question: is boiled dumpling unleavened bread?
Oh no.
I'll take Khan, yeah.
Boiled dumpling, unleavened bread. If you eat boiled dumpling, you've eaten unleavened bread. You've ate flour and water with no salt.
Oh,
Right?
right, yeah.
You ate flour and water. You ate plain flour? No, you ate unleavened bread. It's just not baked bread. It's boiled bread. Fried dumpling is leavened bread. You get me? I think pasta as well is unleavened bread.
Khan, yeah. Khan.
You eat boiled dumpling, you eat unleavened bread. If the 7 days feast jumps up and you eat what Caribbeans call food, I never understood that. They call it food. The first time I ever encountered it, I was like, what? My dad was like, you know what? I like rice, man. I'm not really into food. I was like, what? Both of them are food? What are you talking about? I was like, what? I was like, both of them are food? Are you silly? But, food is what you have food, like, the boiled dumpling and the potato and whatnot. You get unleavened bread.
So yeah, that's the hard food. So the ground food, you get me? It's the difference. Ground food and hard food, you know.
Because I prefer food, I like food. I was like, what? Tuesday, I was like, but anyway, I get it now. But I'm thinking food. Tuesday, he likes food over rice. I like rice over food. But anyway,
still food. I don't. Still food. I don't know who's confusing the thing. It's still food. Rice is food, isn't it? But then you got the hard food or ground food, you get me? So that's the only difference you'll apply to differentiate them.
These Benjamites, man, they're crazy. The Israelites are crazy, man. We can't. What we're gonna do with them? So you eat boiled dumpling, you ate unleavened bread, if that makes sense. So keep eating.
Okay. So we're at 20. 17. No.
12 and
even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses.
There you go. It didn't say throw it away. It said put leaven out of your houses. So leaven should be in a place that if a man sees it, he knows that you're keeping the feast. A man shouldn't see it in your cupboard and think, yo, I wonder if Alban's a sinner, It should be the place where a man will go, oh, it's clearly, put it out of his house. He clearly ain't eating yeast. He clearly is not eating his cookies and Cocoa Pops or whatever might have yeast in there. You just put it away. It gotta be put away out your house, out of where you live. Could be in your shed, basement, boot. That's what it means. It don't mean you gotta throw it away. You gotta discard it. The Lord said put it out your house. That don't mean put it in the bin. That don't mean throw it away. It means put it out your house. So again, it can't be in your house. Now, if you live with somebody and they're in the truth, then get counts on it. You taking this stuff out the house and put it in the cupboard might start some argument. You know what I mean? You gotta be wise as well and know that listen, they ain't in this. But if you got your own yard or you and your rib or whatever, then you put that in the shed, man. Bag it up, and that's 7 days. What's left looking good still, not spoiled, you can put it back in the house, man, and eat it. Do what you gotta do.
If I could.
Go on.
I remember there was like a conversation on like things like toothpaste, like say toothpaste with baking soda in it. Is that gotta go as well?
No. From what I remember, because if you put toothpaste in bread, it won't rise. It's not activated yeast.
Right.
The general's going to break it down again anyway, better than I can. But for what I remember, it's not activated yeast. It's talking about yeast that will make bread rise. Like there's yeast in beer. You put that beer in your bread, it wouldn't rise. It's not activated yeast, if that makes sense. And then plus bicarbonate soda, you're not even eating it. But yeah, I think toothpaste, the bicarbonate soda in your toothpaste is to wab because it's not activated. It can't rise bread. You couldn't put that in bread and bread you couldn't put that in flour and it will make bread rise. It wouldn't work. If that makes sense. Any quick questions for wrap up? 5 minutes. Someone throwing at me.
In the chat, sister asked how long for and what date from. So again, leaving out your house.
Okay, so the Feast of Unleavened Bread is a day after Passover. So Passover is the first. Feast of Unleavened Bread will be sundown on Sunday. Sunday sundown. It's 7 days. So Sunday sundown. Sunday sundown. What's that? Sundown. 7 days. We go on the website. It's all on there.
I think it's Saturday sundown.
Saturday sundown. Yeah.
Can't. Yes, that's how it is, man. You know what I mean? Your first one, you get used to it, man. It gets easier over the years. You just gotta start looking on the back of packets, man. You go in shops, you gotta start looking at see something you don't understand. Some something enzyme. Like, what the hell is this? Just Google it and find out. You know what I mean? A lot of things are tawab. You know, a lot of sweets are good. I think cereal, none are good but Cheerios, from what I remember. You know, there's things you can have, man. There's rice you can have. What else? You have oats porridge. You have full English with beans, the whole nine. Chips is cool. KFC, no, because they got in the breadcrumbs, they got the yeast in there.
Slack, so if I could.
Go on.
You know things like yeast extract is tawab, innit?
Yeah. Yeast extract is not yeast. It's just called yeast extract. Okay. It's flavoring. Yeast extract is just called that. It's got nothing to do with yeast. It don't write anything. Just called that. A lot of people look on crystal, go, I can't eat that. If you Google it, it's called yeast extract. I don't know why they named it that. They named that. Nothing to do with yeast. You can't rise no bread. It's strictly there for flavoring. So if you want to eat some crisp, whatever, you see yeast extract, you can still eat that. I feel it's pretty much it, you know. Robin's a good point. I forgot about that.
So you can eat pork crisps.
Pork crisps. It's flavoring, man. Of course you can, you know what I mean? It's flavoring, but what can I say?
In the spirit.
Listen, man. It's a topic in itself. But is that it, Robin? Anything else? Alcohol should be tawab. Alcohol should be tawab. Rum is just made from I'm sure cane.
Cane, innit?
Yeah, rum's just cane. A lot of your alcohol's cool. Again, if you don't know, it actually can't be there. But a lot of alcohol is cool. Not like I care. I'm quitting. I'm quitting soon anyway. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been quitting for a long time. I'm quitting. Not like I care. I'm quitting soon. So like, yeah. Oh yeah, even the flatbread too. Be careful with the flatbread. A lot of people see flatbread and buy it and they feel, it's flatbread, so there's no yeast in there. They're oppressing the devil, man. Well, oppressing the devil. The oppressor he'll sell you juice here and say 100% orange juice, no sugar in there, and there's sugar in there.
Right.
You know, he got you thinking that his oranges are so delicious and the sweet and ripe. He's lying to you, and it got us thinking that his flatbread is so juicy and nice and fluffy because there's yeast in there. And when you read the back of the packet, there's yeast in there. That's all. They'll lie to you. So just read that as well. And that's it. Or you can make your own bread as well, which we do in the UPK. Make our own bread. Every day at class, sisters, mix it up, put honey in there, the whole night. You can make unleavened cookies too. Listen, man. It's beautiful. And with that, sister goes, I put that scripture up about the comments like, yeah. She goes, Esau's cunning with his yeast in tortillas. Tortillas not meant to have yeast in there. That's why it's flat. But he puts yeast in there anyway. I'll press them as the devil, man. You see a box. Imagine this for Alban. You see a box juice saying, 100% hand squeeze. What's it? 100% real juice. You read it back, talking about the sugar content is 50-something%. Like, huh? If it's freshly squeezed, why is the sugar in there, man? Because it's the devil, man. The liar. You know what I mean? You're thinking, wherever you got his juice from, it's sweet, man. It's nice. Of course it's sweet because he added some sugar in there. He added cup loads of sugar in there.
That's to slack it, though, and that's to stretch it out, so you can get the most out of it. You know what I mean? Make more money and all that.
He puts his stuff in there. You're thinking, it's delicious. I'm drinking something. You wonder why you can't lose weight. Why I'm drinking so much weight? You got all these calories, not losing weight. He's a liar, man. You're watching. And the wickedest thing is, he'll lie to you on the front of the box. And then, like what's on the front of the box contradicts what's on the back of the box. The front will say 100% pure juice, when the back will say 50 grams of sugar. It's not really pure if you add sugar in there. That's the oppressor. He'll lie and tell the truth at the same time. It's crazy, man. But that's the class. Alban, if you could. Sorry, Bidaya, Ariel, if you could. With the announcements, Baba Kashad, clap it up.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 120 Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the work. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3 and 8 to 10 means a tenth in the Hebrew, Mayasharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, the feast of Passover, 1st of April, Saturday the 1st of April coming. And now, remind our Kyom and Akwafiom to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, we're going to give the teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I-Mariam. I-Mariam Shabbat. I-Mariam Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakatah. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakatah. Yad Yamatah. Sah, which means turn. We're going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I-Mariam. I-Mariam Shabbat. I-Mariam Barak. Yahweh Shema Yahushai. Yad Yamatah. Class dismissed.